We're glad you could join us today as we launch the 2015 Western Canada U16 Challenge Cup and the WHL Player Impact Program, an event and a program that we're extremely excited about. Allow me to make some introductions first before I hand over the mic. To my right is WHL Commissioner Ron Robison. Just to his right is Hockey Canada Chief Operating Officer Scott Smith, and just to the right of Scott Smith is Director of Hockey Operations for Team Alberta for the U16 Challenge Cup, Mike Ricci. On my left is Superintendent of the Calgary Police Service, Kevin Stewart. Just to the left of the Superintendent is Assistant General Manager of the Calgary Flames, Craig Conroy. And just to Craig's left is WHL Senior Manager of Player Development, Kurt Hill. We're going to break this up into two parts here. So first we'd like to talk about the 2015 U16, Western Canada U16 Challenge Cup. And to kick things off, I'd like to welcome to the podium WHL Commissioner Ron Robison.
Thanks very much, Corey. Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for attending. As Corey mentioned, there's two purposes for today's announcements. First of all, we'll be announcing details of the Western Canada U16 Challenge, which is going to take place right here at Winsport, along with a new joint initiative with the Calgary Police Service and the Calgary Flames. Special thanks to Calgary Police Service Superintendent Kevin Stewart, along with Constable Steve Kelly, who have been putting a considerable amount of time and effort in behind this particular program that we'll be announcing very shortly. I'd like to thank as well the Calgary Hitmen Club Liaison Officer, Ken Thrower, who's maybe better known to you as the color commentator of the Calgary Hitmen Games, who plays a dual role here with us today. I'd also like to express thanks to Craig Conroy of the Calgary Flames for participating in today's announcement as well, and to the Western Canada U16 Challenge and our partnership with the Western branches in Hockey Canada. I'd like to thank Mike Ricci from the Director of Operations for Team Alberta, the players that are with us today, and Scott Smith from Hockey Canada, the Chief Operating Officer. The WHL is very pleased today to announce the Western Canada Under-16 Challenge will be returning to Calgary October 28th through November 1st. This event is the first step, of course, in Hockey Canada's program of excellence, and it features the top under-16 players throughout Western Canada in the provinces of Alberta, British Columbia, Saskatchewan, and Manitoba. The WHL has been proud to sponsor this event since its inception in 2009, and it is a joint venture of the Western branches along with Hockey Canada. We're very pleased today to announce that the event will be held this year, again October 28th through November 1st, right here at Winsport in the Markin MacPhail Centre. We believe this is a world-class facility. It'll provide the players with the type of experience that we believe they are deserving as they enter this first step in the program of excellence. This particular competition, although you may not be familiar with the players that are currently listed on these rosters, you will certainly be familiar with their names in the years to come. Many first round selections in the NHL draft, players who are now moving into prominent roles with NHL teams will have either played in this event or certainly have been part of this history. And this will be the case with the 2015 event as these young prospects show their talents in this particular game. This is a highly competitive, highly entertaining competition, and again provides us with an opportunity to see the best on best competition at this particular level, and a very, very exciting event that will be taking place later this month right here at Winsport. I'd like to thank again the participation from Hockey Canada and Hockey Alberta today in today's announcement. Back to Corey.
Thank you, Ron. And to talk a little bit about the partnership between this event and Hockey Canada is Hockey Canada Chief Operating Officer Scott Smith.
Thanks, Corey, and thanks, Ron. 2 seasons ago, Hockey Canada undertook a process to review significantly our under-17 program, which, as we all know, is the base of our program of excellence, which culminates with our national junior team. A key part to that was working with our branch organizations across the country and the 3 leagues, the Western Hockey League, the Ontario Hockey League, and the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League as part of the CHL. What we did through that process is identify a detailed plan as to how we would identify the top 15-year-olds in partnership with our branches, and certainly create a great opportunity for Ryan Jankowski and our regional scouts to evaluate those players and ultimately invite them to a 2016 Under-17 national camp. We're really pleased to be partners with the Western Hockey League in the Western Canada Challenge, and certainly look forward to bringing it to Winsport, the home of Hockey Canada. Our branches have done an excellent job at introducing the Canadian way, not only in the manner in which we play on the ice, but in the way we assemble and prepare teams off the ice. And we think that this facility will serve as a great reminder and provide significant impact to those players who are here, and reminding them of what the successful responsibilities are for Canadian players, not only as they represent their province, but eventually go on to represent Canada on the international stage. We look forward to this event coming to Winsport, and look forward to some great hockey in late October and early November. Thank you.
Thank you, Scott. This time I'd like to welcome up the Director of Hockey Operations for Team Alberta, Mike Ricci. And just before I do, I would also like to welcome the players that are in attendance today. With us we have Spencer Moe, who was a draft pick of the Prince Albert Raiders, Jonathan Tychonik, I hope I said that right. He was a draft pick of the Saskatchewan Blades, and Tristan Nielsen, who's the draft pick of the Calgary Hitmen here locally. This time I'd like to call to the podium Mr. Mike Ricci.
Good afternoon. Want to begin by thanking the Western Hockey League for sponsoring and hosting the event. This is a great opportunity for not only our players, but all of the players from the Western branches to showcase themselves in front of the scouts and the Western Hockey League brass. I'd like to thank Ron and Kurt for your communication and professionalism thus far in the process. We look forward to building on and continuing our partnership in the future. To Hockey Canada, it is great to have you guys involved this year. We want to thank them for the opportunity to use a world-class facility like Winsport. I had the opportunity a few years ago to participate in the Women's National Under-18 Championships as the Director of Operations for Hockey Alberta, and I can say this facility is second to none. By partnering with Hockey Canada and having the tournament at this facility, it will give our players a glimpse in what to expect moving forward, whether it's the under-17, under-18, or the World Junior program. To our players and our staff, we are extremely excited with the group that we've assembled. We are looking forward to the end of the month. It can't come soon enough, and like the other four branches, our ultimate goal is to be playing on Sunday in the championship game. With that, I'd like to thank the media for coming out. It's always awesome to see you guys supporting amateur athletics. Thank you very much.
Well, I think it's a special program because these guys are getting ready for the program of excellence, and obviously this is the first opportunity that the players get to showcase themselves to Hockey Canada and on a larger scale. Obviously Hockey Canada will scout this event for events for some of their teams moving forward, and it's an opportunity for the players to showcase what they have early on in their careers.
It's a goal that I've wanted since the start of the season, from Alberta Cup to top 80 to now, and after last night I got the phone call and I was just so excited, and then Bobby told me that I had to come to this, and just to see the atmosphere and the WHL that's a part of it, and even Hockey Canada now, it's just a dream come true.
It's a huge step because you're playing with a lot better guys. As like AB Cup, it was, I believe, top 160, and now it's basically the top players in each province, so it's a big step.
I'm really excited. It's obviously going to be first time playing for something more than a team. It's more like a province, right? It's going to be a great experience, lots of great group of kids. I'm just excited to be part of it.
So our process starts every April at the Alberta Cup. So we have 8 zones throughout the province, 20 players each, so 160 players. From there we cut it down to 80. Week-long summer camp in Camrose. That involves a lot of team building, off-ice training, mental training, games, practices. From there we went down to 34 players that we shortlisted. For the last 5 weeks our staff's been out scouting these players, talking to coaches, and from there you've got to make some difficult decisions, and that's how we got down to 20.